Hello, viewers. Welcome back to the second episode of our podcast series, SAP Business One, The Real Talk.
In the last episode, we referred to how SAP Business One has been implemented over 85 industries. So let's try to little focus on how one single ERP can be implemented in such a variety of industries. So let's talk about B1 adaptability in various key industries, right? Especially the pharmaceuticals, the chemicals, the e-commerce. We are going to talk about B1 adaptability and extensibility for various industries.
So, Rakeshji, as you just mentioned, that it has been used in so many different industries, right? I think we should take up a few industries one by one and discuss what has been done, what has been implemented, the add-ons that are being used, the extensibility provided by partners like us to these kind of industries and customers in these industries.
Right, yeah.
Can you please start by whichever industry you feel you have worked a lot over the past many years?
One of my favorite industry has been the pharmaceutical industries. The common perception is it's a complex industry requiring a complex solution, whereas B1 has overcome that and provided a complete solution for various types of pharma industries, whether it's API manufacturing, active pharma ingredient, or formulations, or even pharma drug distribution. So the kind of features and the challenges that need to be addressed are product traceability from end to end, right from raw material, packing material, ingredient, all the way up to finished product, and batch traceability all the way up to after sales to the customer, batch valuations, and container-wise testing of each container. Generally, the QC is tested only at a batch level, whereas pharma requires to be container-wise checking, testing, and approving. In addition to that, the compliance requirement in terms of making the product completely compliant with various regulatory norms like 21 CFR Part 11 and FDA norms in India. This kind of features have been made available with add-ons and extensions provided by partners and readily available. In addition to that, there are various reporting and output requirements in terms of the certificate of analysis, the PMR, BPR reporting, the yield analysis and calculations, and in terms of the quality assurance norms in terms of corrective preventive actions and risk analysis and out of spec analysis, and such kind of various variety of industry specific requirements for features have been readily available with add-ons that are provided by so many partners, and that's why B1 has been successfully implemented in various pharmaceutical industries. And I would like to state, in addition to manufacturing, the key challenges that I have seen even in Western countries, especially in US, whereby the pharma distribution is actually handled by the third-party logistics. So the entire calculations of the margins, the wholesale pricing, and chargeback and other concepts, and automatic processing orders by direct integration of mass orders, more than 2,000, 3,000 orders per day, with third-party logistics, with the order processing, automatic creation of order, sales orders in our system, and giving instructions to the warehouses, billing to them, all the credit note and chargebacks. Everything is done automatically through the add-ons and solutions provided by partners like us. So it's a major achievement, I would say, to be made SAP B1 completely adaptable and implemented successfully in so many pharma industries.
Right. So, are you trying to say that even huge volume of transactions and data can be managed within SAP Business One? Also, if there is a huge volume, the turnover of these companies would be massive, right?
Right.
So, with SAP Business One, we have seen that it is a sort of a myth that it does not cater to larger industries. Now, here what you have just told me is that it caters to a large volume as well. So, just quickly, can you please tell me how that
Yes, so
helps?
order processing to the extent of 3,000, 4,000 orders per day has been very common in various industries using these integrations with third-party logistics or various platforms, order processing platforms. And I would like to elaborate even on the internal capability of warehouse management system for pharmaceuticals using barcoding and distribution management solutions. So the industries that we have seen, more than 1,000 crore plus manufacturing industries, pharmaceutical, completely managing their entire processes within B1 and the extensions that we have provided. That's a major
Right.
feature and credibility to the solution.
Yeah, thanks, Rakesh ji, for that brief about how SAP Business One works for pharma industry. I would like to move to a more different kind of industry, and I would like to speak about that. Obviously, SAP Business One as a product is versatile, so it works on different industries, and discrete manufacturing is another industry that this works on. We have various different kinds of customers in the discrete manufacturing industry where we have worked on. We have customers who are making storage tanks for dairy industries. We have customers who are making furniture. We have customers who are making transformers for their customers. We have customers in machine manufacturing, making plastic injection molding machines. So even in these kind of industries, we have used SAP Business One as a product and implemented it for these kind of customers, where we have provided extensive add-on solutions to them that complement the standard product, right? When we talk of such large scale industries, we talk of big purchasing, we talk of huge inventories, right? How does that get managed in SAP Business One? So in all these industries that I've just mentioned right now, you have volume of purchasing going on. You have so many production orders to be released and job cards to be released every day, right? So we have solutions that are catering to these kind of markets via SAP B1 product, right? In the discrete manufacturing industry, you need detailing in terms of design planning, you need detailing in terms of dispatch planning, you need detailing in terms of advanced production planning.
Yes.
Right? So all that is catered by via the add-ons that we have developed for these kind of industries. And when you talk of these kind of industries, you need variants in bill of material, you need customized bill of materials, right? You need single click automatic production order generation. So all that we have achieved in SAP Business One, and it is fully running in these industries, and we also have customer success stories for that. And yes, these kind of industries, it takes time to implement, no doubt, but with a proper time frame, with a realistic goals, we can obviously achieve the desired outcome in these kind of industries as well. So the entire phase of production, right from your designing be it a make to order scenario, be it a make to stock scenario, it can easily cater through these extensions and add-ons for these particular markets.
Very good thought. In fact, I would add one more point there in terms of the serial number management and the warranty management for any electronic and heavy equipment products. That also is available in discrete manufacturing, right? So now talking about mass volume that you referred to earlier, one of the industries that requires mass processing is the FMCG and e-commerce industry. So that also has been doing quite well in terms of B1 implementations. We ourselves had more than 10 customers who are in e-commerce platform processing their more than 4,000 orders. So through various marketplaces like Amazon and Flipkart and Nike and 1MG and those things, and processing those orders, their own website portals as well as marketplaces through various either direct integration with SAP, with the service layers that are available, or through middleware like Unicommerce and Pyrops and those things. And that has really made the entire e-commerce industry successfully implementing B1 for order processing, for financial profitability and order tracking, as well as dispatch planning with warehouse management solutions and barcoding. And that has been a real success for, and again, FMCG also requires sometimes stringent regulatory norms if FMCG product is coming from the food and nutrition products thing. Right. So in combination with the pharma related compliance related norms, as well as the mass volume processing through interfaces for various e-commerce and various distribution, courier services, order tracking has been made feasible. So that is the FMCG and the e-commerce has been one of the major success, and adaptability of SAP B1 has been very, very salient.
Absolutely, and I feel that a very important role that SAP Business One plays here, as I said earlier, that it is a very dynamic product. You have so many different e-commerce platforms today. You need to integrate them with SAP Business One, right? APIs are readily available in the market for these different platforms.
Right.
And obviously, SAP Business One also has its own APIs for all different transactions as well as the master data.
Right.
So in those cases, we have seen as a company as well that we have integrated with different platforms, right? In e-commerce, you have so many different platforms. You have Amazon, you have Flipkart, and you have certain portals that integrate all different platforms, and then they bring it together into all the data into SAP Business One, right? So you have your Unicommerce platform, and it gets easily integrated.
Right.
So you many times you don't have to have different integrations with different products. All that is brought into one single platform and then bring the data into SAP Business One.
Right.
So it is a unified platform altogether.
Absolutely. And we have customers who are, as I said, more than 4,000 orders per day, and having a volume of in terms of number of products, more than 50,000 products range they cater to. The pricing, the discount coupons, and adhering to these returns orders and managing those returns and inventory. So it has been made so seamless that B1 has become successfully implemented in this kind of industry, and very, very easily and very, very affordable.
Absolutely. I would now like to go back to industry similar to what you talked about earlier, the pharmaceutical industry. Chemical industry is also using SAP Business One very extensively. In fact, us as a partner, I think around 20% of our customers are in the chemical segment.
Right.
We have customers in the pigment manufacturing segment. We have customers in the resin manufacturing segment. We have customers in API and intermediate manufacturing segment. We have customers who are making coatings and all for various different kind of products, right? So chemical industry is one such industry where SAP Business One has been tremendously successful over the last so many years. And you will even find various case studies and customer success stories, which we also have with our chemical customers, right? And in fact, it is, you can say, as you mentioned earlier, in pharma, a lot of different aspects go together in the chemical industry also, because there is quite a lot of stringent compliances that are involved. You need to have a proper quality control in place. So via various add-ons and extensions, SAP Business One can cater to the chemical industry very easily. In fact, even when you have different grades of the same chemical, of the same product, right? In fact, in different countries, you may have seen different grades of the same product. The European grade is different, the US grade is different, even Indian grade is different, which we call it IP, EP, USP, right? Those different grades are there. They are easily catered. And when we have customers who are doing mass manufacturing of all these products, they have different grades. And according to the customer's requirement, where they are supposed to say export to that particular country, they need to make sure that the right gradient, the right grade is going to the correct customer, right? In order to avoid logistical issues, in order to avoid transportation issues, which in nowadays, when we see there are a lot of turmoil happening across the seas in the Gulf and all those regions, you have to make sure that the consignment that you are sending is going correctly, right? So if anything goes wrong in those kind of cases, you can imagine the loss that a company will have to incur. So we have built up solutions where we make sure that during the dispatch, the right product, the right grade product is going to the right customer. So we have built up the solution in a way that your sales team, your QA team, your dispatch team, everyone is on the same page, and they know, okay, that this is the right batch, the right grade that is going to the customer. And then you have your cost also, which for a European customer, your cost is different. For your your US customer, the cost is different, right? So in those cases, we have to make sure that the right product is going to the right customer. So that entire solution, we have made it so stringent that we make sure that according to the requirement, the right product is getting dispatched. Right? So that also we have achieved. Then you have your QC, which I mentioned earlier, your certificate of analysis getting generated from the QC module itself within SAP Business One. So right from incoming of orders, incoming of your purchasing material up to dispatch, everything is stringently followed easily within SAP Business One.
I mean, one of the features is the main thing is the QC add-ons that is made adaptable for chemical industry with the features like yield calculations and byproducts processing and addressing each unit operations within a stage of manufacturing. That's the requirement. So that's why this B1 has been made successfully implemented because of these features inbuilt into the QC model. Absolutely, I agree with that. So and all sorts of chemicals industry, as you mentioned, in addition that agrochemicals and specialty chemicals and various unit operations. There are no limitations what it is, and in terms of even production planning and scheduling for continuous manufacturing versus batch-wise manufacturing, right?
Right.
Even those process challenges have been addressed within business.
Right. When you mentioned agrochemicals, I just remembered that there was a time 2 years back when both of us we were bidding for the same customer requirement.
Right.
But then, yeah, obviously it was a good time, and then
Right.
things got sorted out.
Right. And by the way, they are successfully using B1 even now.
Great. Good to know.
So, in addition to that, let's move on to the another industry where it's another challenge that partners face but successfully implemented is the EPC or project management industry or construction industry, right? Engineering, procurement and construction industry, right? So that is the industry where a lot of out-of-the-box features are inbuilt with the project management in terms of managing a project with sub-projects and stages and phases and tasks and timeline and dependencies and everything are inbuilt. And with the financial integrations, it's available inbuilt out of the box. Another challenge is specifically for EPC industry is the primarily tracking of the projects as well as payment processing from the completion of the projects, right? So one of the things before even you start a project is the budgeting and control of the project, as I said. So one of the add-ons that is available with various partners for EPC is primarily the budgeting and adaptable budget, which is itemized budget whereby EPC industry needs to control not only the value of the product but even the quantity of the product by which they need to really finish the project in that timeline. And integrated that control, budgeting control on procurement completely so that no products are procured outside of budgeting, keeping the margin and timeline. Second thing, the payment processing, and before you even accept vendor's invoice, the site engineers has to approve the work, completion of the work, it has to go through various approval cycles at the site to before it becomes, we call it the payment release advice. So that kind of thing is available, and again payment terms for EPC industry are always a milestone based payment terms and not a routine number of days wise 30-45 days.
Correct.
So these kind of challenges and also various construction related features for project management in terms of the Gantt chart and dynamic Gantt chart and scheduling of projects and in general the project management tool in B1 has been utilized for R&D purpose for any project management related or pilot plant manufacturing or even new product introduction and development, NPDI we call it, a new product development introduction. So that has been used in a variety and versatility of this solution for EPC as well as some of the typical manufacturing companies.
Right. Even I have seen in case of EPC, expense management is also a very crucial part for the company because they have so many sites, they have so many different engineers doing expenses daily on their own or through some cash collection system that they already have at the site, right? So those things are there, and we have seen that we can easily manage expense management also, obviously via add-ons and extensions in SAP Business One. Right now, so I think now having covered EPC, I would like to come back a little bit on the core of the product and the the kind of industry that the core product caters to, which is your trading industry, trading as well as distribution, volume distribution.
Right.
right? Now we have seen over the years that SAP Business One has grown tremendously. Over the last 15, 20 years, we have seen so many new features and so many extensions being developed in the standard as well as partner-led add-ons. But trading industry has been something which is used SAP Business One extensively over ever since the product was born, right? We have seen the trading industry being adapting SAP Business One in a way in SME segment customers where no other product was available, which was world class, right? Which a company like SAP provided, right? So yeah, it has worked very well in the trading segment, and we have so many customers in the trading segment who are using SAP Business One. A couple of them I would like to mention here. One of them is in the IT hardware and license software trading segment. One of them is actually importing malts and hops within the country and supplying it to local brewers here. So that is also trading industry in a way. Right. They import these raw materials and then they provide it to local brewers to make beer in the country, right? They supplied basically to micro brewers. Right. So you can see that even this kind of industry is using SAP Business One in the market. And this is a bit about trading. If we talk about distribution, you mentioned earlier about pharma distribution. Right. Okay, now pharma, obviously it has various different segments. When you talk about pharma distribution, you may have seen that one single CFR or one single depot is supplying to many different agents. Yes. Or many different sub distributors. Yes. Right? In SAP Business One, we have achieved this in a way that you can do inter-transactions between different branches. You can have a PO in one branch and it will become an SO automatically in the system for another branch. Apart from that, we have also developed scheme management solutions for these distribution agencies, where you have different schemes where a customer is providing scheme to one of their distributors in a way that if you purchase 100 quantity of an item, you get say 5 quantity free. If you purchase 1,000 quantity, you get 5% discount on that. So those schemes we have managed to achieve in the SAP Business One different modules, wherein on your quotation or on your order or on your sales invoice, whenever the quantity is entered, the particular scheme which is applicable to that item, it comes in automatically and straight away the scheme and the discounts get applied. Right? So this kind of solution we have available, which we have developed, which is readily available with us, and we can immediately provide to new distribution clients also. And there are case studies available with us that we can share with prospective clients as well.
Yeah, I mean, the trading and distribution sounds very simple, but depending on the industry and the product they deal with, always has challenges. I mean, trading distribution for high seas and overseas related trading is completely different versus trading distribution for metal exchange kind of thing. So we have customers who are high volume distributor of metal products, but again, such a dynamic pricing is required, so it has to be integrated with the metal exchanges for dynamic pricing, right? And then the volume is so high that even the fifth level of unit price has been tracked to do that. So there are various challenges in terms of even simple distribution and stockist model and distributor models in the pricing and modern, they call it modern day pricing in terms of discounts and other things, shelf lives, and for perishable products also, even food distribution. All those things have been successfully done, absolutely.
So Rakeshji, like we have talked about so many industries right now, we can go on endlessly talking about so many different industries and how they have used SAP, how they have adapted.
We can just talk about just reference without going to the details, right? The other industries that I believe has been really successful are service industries, whether it's a professional services or other kind of after sales service kind of for various products. We have done customer care and those kind of things, and professional services, billing, tracking, timesheets, contract management kind of thing. We have done successfully in the jewelry industry, requiring a complete different way of implementations, challenges in terms of commodity pricing and gold content and carats and dynamic market prices and the alloys and other different metal compositions. We've done it for dairy industry, again requiring a completely different set of process definition and configuration and solutioning. And I mean, I'm sure you can come up with another 5 industries where we are successful.
When you mentioned dairy industry, I just thought of one of my customers who is into, they produce a lot of dairy products and then they distribute it across various stores, their own stores, and via their dealers and distributors as well. So we have achieved so much on the SAP Business platform for them that today they are easily, doing great. And when we talk of growth of a customer over the past couple of years of after using the product, we have seen that. I mean, I recently had a word with their CFO, and he told me that after getting this implemented, they have grown to at least 15% over the last 2 years.
Fantastic.
So yeah, I mean, again, all industries. I mean, there is no limitation to the kind of industry that
one
the
of
product can cater to.
Major point that I always mention to prospective customers is there is no feature functionality where we can say that B1 cannot be implemented with the flexibility and the SDK Studio availability in terms of extension development. Obviously, there are gaps in B1 for certain industries, but it can be easily met with a very, very fast development and in filling that gap for the functionality. And that's why it is, to begin with, I mentioned 85 plus industry, and I still stress on that. With terms of the flexibility and adaptability of the solution, making it really, really versatile for implementation. So I hope you found this episode very, very informative on SAP B1 adaptability and extensibility, and we'll cover more in-depth analysis of SAP Business One in the next episode. Thank you very much. Thank you, Suchit.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.